JLR investigates. This is a wild case out of South Florida. Real estate investor brothers arrested by the FBI and state for running sex trafficking. Numerous women involved. These are the brothers, the Alexander brothers, Alon and Oren. Also another individual named Tal Alexander. Well, two of the brothers were in court today. They faced a judge. Listen to this, folks. This is a bond hearing right here for two of the brothers. One actually has a wife that is 9 months pregnant, but they're charged with numerous counts of sex trafficking females, along with state assault charges. They faced a judge. This judge right here, she's a judge that actually broadcasts her arraignment online. You can see her arraignment. She's a judge. She denied the bond for these two individual brothers, by the way. Flight risk. Listen to this hearing right here. I'm following this case right here out of South Florida. Check it out.
Good morning. This is your client? All right, this is Mr. Alon Alexander.
Right.
Who's charged by...
Thank you. On behalf of Alon Alexander.
All right. You're charged by an arrest warrant for an incident from December 31st of 2016. It says sexual battery by multiple...
Were you?
Pardon me?
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Okay. Also, your family's in court as well, just so you know. Okay. I need a moment to review the arrest affidavit. Give me a moment. Okay, so I'm reviewing this arrest affidavit, and I see it talks about the co-defendant. I'm looking for where it mentions his actions, and that's where I am. Sorry.
Oren Alexander, you mean, Judge?
Yeah, we're on. Isn't this Alon?
Yeah. This is Alon.
Right. This is talks about the co-defendants.
Right.
Okay. What do you want to say?
Your Honor, the state has filed a motion for pretrial detention. It is a first-degree felony, sexual battery. I've also filed, just for the record, I've already filed an information and consolidated this into the F24-25503 as the B co-defendant. So just for the record. So I'm asking that they be held no bond and set tomorrow in division to set the pretrial detention hearing.
So, Mr. De Niro, what do you want to say?
Yes, sure. Well, Your Honor, by statute, they're permitted to file that motion, and so we have to roll it until tomorrow. I'm in the process of presenting a bond proposal to the state, and we're hopeful that that will be acceptable, and they'll be able to post bond by the end of the week.
Okay, so you have to go visit the division judge. I'm not sure who it is.
Lodi Jean.
I believe it's going to be Lodi Jean.
Okay, 2-2. Give me one moment, though. Okay. So, sir, I am entering a stay away order from the alleged victim. His initials are MW. No contact with this alleged victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. You must stay at least 500 feet away from the alleged victim, her home and school and place of employment at all times, and no contact with her through emailing, texting, Facebook messaging, the Twitter or X platform, or any other social media. Do you understand the stay away order, sir? I can't hear him, Ms. Corey. Can you please unmute him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. De Niro, anything you want to say?
That's it, Your Honor.
So the state filed a motion for pretrial detention pursuant to Florida Statute 907.041. And because this charge, while it allegedly occurred back in 2016, is still considered a dangerous crime, even though it's filed today, I'm required to hold you with no bond. So you're going to have a hearing tomorrow before the division judge, and that judge will set a final hearing on the state's motion for pretrial detention unless there's an agreement between the parties. Okay? All right. So you have a good attorney. Listen to what he tells you. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. The next is Oren Alexander. I believe we can handle that as well.
Good morning. I'll be back in 1 second. Now we have Oren Alexander. He has 2 cases here.
There should be 3 cases, Judge.
Okay. You have 3 cases, sir. I only have 2 of them here. Your state attorney's here. Do you want to announce for the record again?
Yes, Natalie Snyder on behalf of the state.
Your attorney's here with your parents.
Yes, Your Honor. Joel De Niro on behalf of Oren Alexander. I'm present here with Oren's family.
All right, good morning. So I have two cases before me that I can address. We're going to have to get the third case unless you want me to wait for everything. Probably better to wait for everything.
That's fine.
All right, just have a seat, sir. I'm sorry about the delay. All right, so sir, you have three cases. We'll start with F24-255, what is that, 03? That's an arrest warrant where this incident allegedly occurred on December 31st of 2016. So the state attorney's here, your attorney's here. Do you have any legal argument you want to make on this case?
Your Honor, again, we filed the motion for pretrial detention in this case. He is the A co-defendant in the consolidated information that was filed yesterday. He's charged with a first-degree sexual battery, so we ask that he be held until tomorrow with Mr. Alon Alexander.
No objection, Your Honor. This time we'll be back tomorrow. And as I stated, we're making a proposal, a bail proposal to the state, and hopefully the state will be amenable to that.
I have to look at the other cases and see. I don't know what the state's going to want to do on the other case. I need to review those. Renee, you have my copies? Thank you. Oh, okay. 1 second. I'm just reviewing this one. All right. So there's probable cause on this charge for the sexual battery with multiple perpetrators. I recognize that the judge who signed the warrant gave him a bond plus house arrest, but the state filed a motion for pretrial detention pending final hearing pursuant to Florida statute 907.041. And because it's considered a dangerous crime, I'm required to hold you with no bond. You'll see.
Your Honor.
Your Honor. Yes, sir. Don't talk about the facts, though. Your attorney's here.
Your Honor, my wife is 9 months pregnant, due any day now with our first child. Her family's in Brazil. She's counting on me to be with her during labor.
That's something, you have a very good attorney. You're gonna have a hearing tomorrow before the division judge, and that judge will consider any argument regarding a bond. Because the state filed this motion for pretrial detention, I'm required by law to grant it because this is considered a dangerous crime. Plus I have the other two cases I need to look at.
There's also a federal hold, Judge.
You also have does he have a federal hold as well?
Yes, he does, Your Honor. He has a hold for the FBI.
So it's no bond, probable cause, and I also have to read the stay away order. Sir, you are ordered to stay away from the alleged victim, whose initials are MW. No contact with that alleged victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. No contact with the alleged victim through social media or other electronic means. And you must stay at least 500 feet away from the alleged victim or home and school and place of employment at all times. Do you understand the stay away order, sir?
I do.
All right, now the other two cases, F24-25507. This is another arrest warrant. This is an incident from October 26th of 2021. So these are all delayed arrests or delayed reporting. Go ahead, Ms. Snyder, what you want to say?
Your Honor, there is probable cause within the four corners of the A form for this sexual battery. Judge, I would emphasize that the defendants are even more of a flight risk than I think when the judge initially signed the warrants because of the federal cases, because of the federal indictment that was unsealed yesterday, I believe. So Judge, I asked for an elevated bond. I asked for you to at least double what was the judge put on, which I believe is $50,000. They also have a vast amount of resources, Your Honor, I believe. And I asked for house arrest and an ankle monitor.
Okay. Let me review this. Mr. Bitter, I'm sure you have something to say.
Yeah, I mean, Judge, we would just ask for the standard bond. We're going to present something. Hopefully what we present is amenable. If it's not, Judge, we're going to have to litigate the F1. But I would just ask for the standard bond to apply.
Okay.
I believe it's an elevated bond as it stands, Your Honor.
It's a first-degree felony. The suggested standard bond on a first-degree felony is $15,000.
15.
That's what the suggested standard. I understand the judge who set this bond wrote $15,000 plus house arrest.
50, Judge, right?
50.
50. Just want to make sure.
She wrote 50, but the suggested bond is 15. You have somebody here with no priors, although 3 pending cases, and as you tell me, there's a federal case pending as well. On this case, I'll set a bond. How about $25,000 bond? No house arrest, but I want to surrender passport and travel documents. This is
Judge, I do ask for an ankle monitor. I'm concerned with everything pending that they are a flight risk, Judge.
Okay.
That he is a flight risk.
Even if you have his passport?
Judge,
Yes.
his wife is about to give labor.
Okay.
He's about to have a child, Your Honor. He's lived in Miami his entire life. He has incredibly strong contacts to the community. We don't believe he's a flight risk, but we would be happy to surrender his passport.
All right, I'm going to add the house arrest as well. Actually, the judge didn't write, she wrote hold for first appearance, judge. That's it. She didn't add house arrest. Judge, you signed the warrant.
But I didn't say she did, Judge. I said she said that $50,000 bond.
He's being held no bond on the other case. That judge can decide. If she wants to put it on another case, she can. So it's going to be $25,000 bond, no house arrest, surrender of your passport and travel documents prior to posting bond.
And that's all passports, Judge. I don't know that if he has an Israeli
Surrender of all passports or travel documents prior to posting bond.
And so the state's aware he has one passport, an American passport, and we'll be happy to surrender it.
Is he going to surrender it to you, or it has to be? Do you want it on the jail card?
I'm sorry?
Do you want that on the jail card?
Surrender of passports? Yes.
Corrections, make sure you put it on the jail card.
Your Honor.
Surrender to the clerk's office.
Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
My passport was at my residence. I'm not sure if when they came to my residence they took it.
So can we
Don't put it.
make that as a condition, Your Honor? That would complicate things. They searched his home. If the passport's in the house, obviously we'll surrender it. But if it's not, then we're going to be back in front of you.
Corrections.
This defendant has access to private planes, private boats. He is a flight risk.
Judge, here to face the charges. He's been here his entire life. But in any event, Your Honor, I'm going to be making a bail application to the state tomorrow. Hopefully it's satisfactory.
All right. You don't know if there's a passport. The federal government may have taken it when they searched his home.
Judge, if we can, we'll hopefully be able to get something that says that. But I don't know if the federal government took it. But we need to have it.
Okay, so leave it on the jail card, and if you find it's not in his possession, then the judge can always add house arrest instead of the passport. Okay? We're leaving it on the jail card.
What about this? What if we add we don't mind if you put house arrest.
Fine.
The bail application that I'm going to be making will include house arrest.
Fine, so it's plus house arrest. What level you want? 3?
Your Honor, I'd like to be able to go to the hospital if my wife gives labor.
That was level 3 house arrest. You have to wear an ankle monitor, and they monitor your whereabouts. And if you cut it off, they get a signal and alerted right away. And so corrections, no surrender of passport on the jail card. Okay, I'm going to make a condition, but not on the jail card.
Thank you.
Okay, Your Honor.
It will be given to attorney. And the attorney can notify the state once it's in your possession if it's available, okay? Plus house arrest, level 3 house arrest, just to make sure he's on a monitor. Stay away from the victim. I need to look at the other case. Oh, also stay away from did I read the stay away order in this case? No. Yes, this case you are ordered to stay away from the alleged victim. What are we? M, whose initials are MM. No contact with this alleged victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties. No contact with the alleged victim through social media or other electronic means. And you must stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, her home, school, and place of employment at all times. I don't see that one. I see one for the paperwork for it, okay? Here, just got it. I don't see an MM. I see an MW, MG, and SM.
I believe on this one it's NG.
It's M. The initials are MG, just to be clear. MG. Stay away from that alleged victim. MG. Now I have to review F-24-25504. That's another case you have, sir. So it's another arrest warrant. So this is from sometime in 2017. It's another delayed.
2017, Judge, I believe there's a date there. But yes.
Okay, October 19th, 2017. Okay, had a chance to review this one too. All right. There's probable cause for the charge. Your order to stay away from this alleged victim, his initials are SM, no contact with that alleged victim, either directly, indirectly, in person, in writing, by telephone, or through third parties, and stay at least 500 feet away from the victim, her home, school, and place of employment at all times. You understand, sir?
Understood.
Thank you. So in this case as well, I'm okay setting a bond of $25,000. That's a substantial bond.
Your Honor, the state,
That's
again,
house
asks-
arrest, level 3 house arrest. And that's it. You'll have.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I'm sorry, for F-24-25503 Alpha, that's gonna stay as a no bond, correct?
That's correct. That's no bond. He's going to see the division judge tomorrow. The other two cases, the $25,000 bond plus house arrest, level 3 house arrest, which is GPS roaming, surrender of his passport or travel documents to his attorney prior to posting the bond. I don't need that on the jail card. Anything else?
Nothing from the defense?
No curfew. Yes?
Nothing from my defense, no.
All right. Thank you, Mr. DeMille.
Nothing else in this matter.
Good day, sir.
Thank you.
So the third brother, Tal, Tal Alexander, he goes to court on Friday. Wow, we're going to be paying attention to this case right here. Let me know what you think. I'll be studying it, and then we'll do a live on this case and talk about this case more in depth. Man, millionaire investors, real estate investor, brokers, wild stuff, folks. South Florida, New York. Wonder if other names are involved. I wonder if celebrities or famous people are involved here, victims. Lots of victims out there. We'll look into this case more, and I'll give you my take on JLR Investigate. Subscribe to the channel, like, hit the notification button. Let me know what you think. We will talk soon. Justice for the victims. Stay tuned.